Sponsored by the Equalizer 2. 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight. 19 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest. He stands to Texas, presenting the number 5 ranked professional record, 11 wins, 2 losses. He stands away of Paris, France, and Bati, Cameroon, presenting Predator Ngannou.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for you'll see here. These are the 2 most prolific heavyweight finishers. Fight Clock is brought to you by Modelo Especial, proven the fighting spirit since 90.
He switches stance. It's one of his, he likes to throw that when he switches.
Margin for error type matchup. Either one of these guys, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not arguing with you, Joe.
Ngannou very patient here.
He'll be powerful when he throws it. Because he knows that that's not Ngannou's natural stance. So that's what you want to do. Fire on him. Make him...
You know, which kick up high is how does Ngannou recover from the psychological...
That's why this fight's so important, Joe. It's very hard to come back right. I mean, Derrick Lewis hits really hard, so I kind of can't blame him.
Time since that championship setback against Stipe back in January.
In and out. At least give a feint. Because right at each other, that's looking in the mirror, but that's all they're looking for is speed and power. They're not... There it goes. Now he's faking a little, but it's not...
Trying to set up a counter. 2 minutes to go in round 1.
What's the Vegas odds on that? You're a gambler, man.
Yeah, I do not have that number. 3 seconds away from being there.
I'll tell you this, if there's one thing I would do if I was Ngannou, it's conserving. I have a feeling in the 2nd and 3rd round he's going to start picking it up, but he's trying to...
Finishes, now closing the distance a little bit.
Derrick Lewis, every time he's getting close, he's keeping him on it.
A lot of bullets in the gun, too.
Through these 5 minutes, and we'll see an uptick in the aggression in round 2.
For him to throw that switch kick up high, you just don't expect it.
Prize of many. We will see a 2nd round. Tonight's corner cam possibly available at 7-Eleven.
All right, good job. I need you to sit down. So we got that round just because we did a little more. You're kicking naked. He's looking to counter. Back starting. We got to fight through it, buddy. I love you.
Let them hands go. We're up. Start letting it go now, Francis.
Fight last minute.
Back spaz ahead again for the Black Beast. Here is round 2. You heard John Wood. Ngannou still with that number 1.
It's funny leading up to this fight.
Well, you got Derrick Lewis, who apparently has a little bit of an injury, and that created this.
Look at these total strikes. Ngannou 2 of 10.
Is a strike, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back his way.
I don't know if that's it, or if it's perhaps...
They've had a lot to cheer about here tonight, but not necessarily the fight we expected.
Not the same after a loss. And although it wasn't a devastating to that, as much as we're looking at respect for Derrick. But as little as he's doing more.
Right.
Back step hook.
Themselves. This is crazy.
Do you just tune it out?
You definitely hear it, and it depends on some of the crowd, so it can go both ways.
But Francis seems
to take up in the 3rd. I really do. I think he's waiting. I mean, I'm hoping. Wait and make sure he doesn't get tired. Sprint in the 3rd round. It's 5 minutes of sprint. Lewis on the feet.
This is crazy, though.
I agree.
It's just so strange, just insane. And even when he's...
Definitely not the guy we saw early.
No.
He's not. He grabbed his back. Lewis grabbed his back.
You guys need to engage in the fight.
So that is a warning for timidity, Joe, from Herb Dean.
Pride had a good system.
And rarely do we see those warnings as Derrick Lewis attacks the body, but oftentimes a good... Little cut above the right eye.
If Ngannou loses a decision like that, if he doesn't win by knockout, he might very well lose a decision. Unless he does something amazing in the 3rd round or stops Derrick Lewis.
Hands go first. Hey, here you go. We might be down 2 rounds here, so I need you to go out there and let it out. Combinations together, okay? Let him go. Last round.
Counter uppercut. It's all right, man. 5 minutes left. No, gentlemen.
Miocic versus Cormier is presented by Modelo Especial, brewed with the 5 rounds to 0. We'll see.
This is never see that old Francis Ngannou again. I mean, we're just seeing.
We'll see it.
Look at these total strikes. Third round. That is just insane. And again, Ngannou's side. And when Derrick Lewis comes near him, he moves away.
Right. Hard to counter when someone's not throwing offense your way.
You always wonder, how is a fighter going to come back from his first real... Well, this is terrible. We're 3 minutes and 34.
Somebody who's not completely at the top of the weight class. And we got the top 5. They'll get somebody not quite as good, and they'll be able to get some momentum back before they get to the top.
I agree with you, but he's just not engaging.
No, I'm with you, Joe.
I'm going to change levels and get a takedown, which could puncture. All right, let's listen in to Bob Perez, 4-ounce Fight Club, the corner of...
Outside the leg, right side attack.
He's on the left. Record for the least amount of strikes landed.
Get back right.
Fight, do we know? Is an old school fight.
Derrick Lewis with a flurry, less than 2 minutes here to go.
Oh, man.
Do yourself a favor later, go on UFC Fight Pass to remind yourself of what's first.
Now, I don't know. Surprised?
Would they both lose?
It's a draw. That the winner of this fight could very well be next to challenge for a title.
That could...
10 total strikes.
What the hell?
Fighting is. That's how different it is to guess what's going to happen in these fights. I think Derrick Lewis could win this fight.
Mark the 10 seconds to go, and Ngannou's
Going to lead to more boos from the assembled match.
What was worse? What name a worse heavyweight fight?
I think there was
From a guy who is thought to be the most terrifying heavyweight. I think he needs a trainer. I think he needs a sports psychologist after that performance. He punches and he looks like he's just running away. This is crazy.
A lot of action, 33 total strikes landed, 22 for Lewis.
He looks like this freak athlete destroyer. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a big difference. You got
UFC on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S.
The judges score cards for decision. The judges score the contest. 20. The Black